Why, hello there. Hello. Hi, hi, hi. Ah, I live. I am alive. I have returned, and I am no longer bound by the time limits that I was before, aside from the fact that I don't want to wake everybody up when I go inside. But hey, I'm alive! Let's go! Oh. I live. How's everybody doing? Hello. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas, by the way. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas. Hello. Hi. Happy post-Christmas, I guess. Oh man, dude, I have been just like pacing for the past couple days. I've been like pacing. I have freedom now. It's great. Yeah. It's great. I'm free. Well, free so long as I don't make dogs bark and everyone wake up suddenly when I walk in at 2 a.m. But aside from that, if I'm quiet, if I'm really quiet and sneaky, I can go back to full degen sleep schedule, and I can wake up at like 1 again, and everything will be awesome. Because if you can believe it, I've actually developed a normal sleep schedule over the last little bit. So I have advanced into being a normal human being who does productive stuff. I am productive and normal for right now, and that is going to go completely out the window. I have awakened the Ancient One. I'm also the Ancient One. Yes. Still enjoying the holiday here. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. You lost sleep even more. Oh, dear God. Oh, I feel bad for your sleep schedule, but, you know, a normal sleep schedule, what is that? I know. I've been going to bed at 10 p.m. Not a.m., p.m., if you can believe that. I have been sleeping at a normal time, so much as I do not want to do it. I've even installed Teamfight Tactics on my laptop, which is the only thing my laptop can run, in an attempt to be able to like do something to keep me up late at night. As it turns out, if you do not have anything to occupy your time and you have no meaningful way to watch content because there are no desks, you tend to just fall asleep, as I have learned. So we gotta roll that back. We gotta back that one up and immediately go back to like 3 a.m. sleeping. That'll be really nice. Yeah, productive. I was like, I've been trying to get some stuff working on my laptop. I've been trying to do some things, but I don't have like a good workspace or anything, right? They call it a laptop, but has anybody actually ever used a laptop on their lap? No. That's cringe, man. It sucks. I hate it. I have managed to watch a lot of YouTube though. Like way too much YouTube. So that's fantastic. I've actually watched so much YouTube, I have burnt myself out on watching YouTube. I didn't know that was possible. That's a thing. You're on my lap in bed? How? I do not understand this power that you have, that you can use a laptop on your lap. You're falling down a deep... Oh, what sort of rabbit hole are you going down? Oh, looking into RTMP servers. Oh, dear God. By the way, if you didn't know, if you're on the same network, you can do, I think it's like SMT or something like that. Not Shin Megami Tensei, but there's like a protocol that you can use to stream one OBS instance directly into another OBS instance. You can actually just set the URL of another like PC running it. It's super easy. Oh yeah, RTMP is also really, really easy, but Only 6:27 p.m. here. What do you know? It's 6:28 p.m. here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a reasonable time. And I'm tired right now, and I hate that. I want to be full of energy right now. It might just be the fact that I am currently fueled on half a bag of, or I wouldn't say half a bag, but I am fueled by Chex Mix right now. And yes, I got another bag of Chex Mix. It is almost gone. I am in trouble. It was discounted at my grocery store, and you can get a family size bag of it for $2, and I got 2. So it's too good. It's bad for me. I need to stop. I need to get something that's actually healthy, and then I'm gonna go back over, and I'm gonna have a noodle bowl for dinner after stream today at like midnight. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna have I'm gonna try to sneak it to a place that no one's gonna spot that I'm having a midnight noodle bowl, and it's gonna be awesome. You actually ate today, which is new for me. Nice. What'd you have? I always like hearing about foods. I'm a person who cooks. I cook a lot when I can, so I like hearing about food. Myself, I had a really nice burger earlier, which was kind of awesome. I think tomorrow is gonna be like my veggie day, because God, I want some veggies, but hotel Wi-Fi is shit. I understand. I completely understand. Gotta get back to the fairies. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good luck with that, by the way. It's gonna be a little while till we actually like start playing. I'm not on like a super strict schedule and like I must leave by then. I guess technically my need to use the restroom is the only thing that will limit today's stream, and also the fact that I had a really big lunch not long after I had a decent breakfast, so except way too much sugar. I need to really cut that out. Panda Express. Ooh, dude, Panda Express is awesome. And veggie straws. Okay, veggie straws are awesome. Getting stuff for friends saying that. Nice. Dude, veggie straws are awesome. Costco sells like a giant bag of them, and they're like the greatest thing. Because, you know, they actually hold like very little nutritional content for being called veggie straws, but they're still, you know, I think that they're a little bit better to eat than potato chips. So it's kind of nice. You're already there? Nice. Yeah, it logs you back into whatever the last one you were on, so yeah, they have like no nutritional content, and though the giant industrial sized container that you can get of them at Costco is yes, Costco is fantastic, except for the fact that whenever you go to Costco, you're stuck eating the same thing for a little while. Like, if you go to Costco and you get like a giant bag of tilapia, you now have like 20 pieces of tilapia that well, I guess it's frozen, but you're now obligated to have all of that tilapia in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah, Costco's awesome though. I have been indoctrinated into it. They also have really good prices on like monitors and TVs and stuff. It's great. I need to see if they have a mini fridge too, because I really want to put one out in my office. That would be kind of cool. I want to have my own little food stash. I wish, it is a humble wish, but I humbly wish that I can construct a bowl of cereal out in my office without having to go into the kitchen. That is all I crave, is a humble bowl of Cocoa Puffs in my own office. That is all I want. Oh, with the emotes, Discord now has 150 slots. I saw. Thank you for boosting the server so much. I was getting notifications on my phone, and I gotta say, whatever update Discord did to the phone interface, I cannot post from my phone. I cannot do anything from my phone. So if I go completely MIA for like 2 days, it's because it's impossible to interact with stuff on there. I don't know what they've done. I wish they would roll it back. That would be very nice. But it's just like unusable. So I have to be on my desktop, on my PC to use it right now. Unless they fixed it and it's better, but I don't know if it is or not. So yeah, you can go back to the old one settings. I will be doing that. I will have to remind myself to do that, but yes. Oh god, okay. This is where I'm at. I have a video to finish for a friend, a video to do for an ARMA community, and lead to a paid gig. Very nice. Stepping into C++ and learning Godot to make my first video game. Very nice. Godot's freaking awesome, by the way. Good on ya. C++ is also awesome. Good luck with the mental instability once you get into the deep end of it. And wanting to figure out how to stream multiple POVs to Twitch without individual people having to stream to Twitch. Just plugging in an OBS, hence RTMP server. Nice. Also, thank you everybody for paying your taxes. There we go. Much appreciated. They're going to a fantastic place. It doesn't let me go back in my Discord mobile settings. Oh man, I've already dipped my toe into C++ years ago. Nice. Also, being a Java dev, I apologize. As a person who also started out with Java, I sincerely apologize. Yeah, no, you can handle anything if you've been a Java dev. Oh god. Java is kind of fun fact. My high school senior project was writing a small game using LWJGL, which stands for Lightweight Java Game Library. It was relatively easy, but also hell at the same time. So that was kind of fun. Also, thank you for paying your taxes. Much appreciated. Might let me go back. Could be US or EU diff. Interesting. I'll have to look. Yeah. Well, I gotta remember how to do all this again. Once again, I must remember my roots. I must go back to my roots and become Mr. Streamer Man, because dude, I literally like been pacing for the past couple days. Like, you know, it's reinforced in my mind that I really enjoy streaming when I am not able to. I missed you guys real bad. I was just sort of sitting around because, like, I try to play some games and stuff. I brought my Steam Deck over to the place I'm staying, and I was on my Steam Deck for a little while, and I was kind of just like, I don't really feel like playing anything or anything like that. I missed you guys. It was an experience. It was a time. I I have learned I am not very much of a traveling man, as I have discovered the hard way. I guess so long as I have like 3 monitors and a nice comfy chair, which is no longer extraordinarily comfortable, because the one other wheel on my chair has disintegrated a little bit. So now if I move around at all with my chair, the wheel will pop off and I won't be able to sit in my chair anymore. There's 1 wheel's difference on this chair, from it sort of rotating on that like pneumatic cylinder pillar thing in the middle, and me not being able to sit properly in this. So yeah, I might have to get a new chair soon. I was thinking of making something simple that already exists, that just gets me into the basics of game dev. I was thinking a 2D chess game. Ooh, that seems pretty cool. I want to get a 3rd monitor despite having a widescreen. 3rd monitors are awesome. My 3rd monitor is plugged into my stream PC now, because, okay, I have 6 monitors in this room. I have nothing to plug any of the other monitors into my main PC as a 3rd monitor, because there's not a single adapter or anything that I own that allows me to plug in the other screens. Like, I guess I could use the one that's like dead over here, but it's dead, so technically I could plug it in, but it won't really display anything 85% of the time. Go play 3D Minesweeper. Oh, okay, 3D is better than 4D. the 4D Minesweeper experience a little while ago is I had a project for coding class once where I decided to check out how Unity worked. Ooh, I made a quick project where you play as a ball with Spider-Man powers. That seems really cool. That seems really cool. Unity's really, really cool. I when I was in high school, I got into working with Unity a little bit. It was my project before I switched my senior project over into writing it in Java, because I didn't realize that the scope of my project was absolutely tiny if I were to write it in a proper game engine. So I finished it in like 4 hours, and then I was like, okay, I gotta change this because they're gonna look at this and they're gonna see 4 hours and they're gonna fail me because I didn't put in enough time, and then I'm gonna have to repeat the senior year of high school. So then I rewrote it in LWJGL in Java, and it took 115 hours. And as it turns out, I got to ADHD hyperfocus is a giant thing. I got to the actual like presentation day, and everyone was talking about like, because we had to say how much time we actually spend on stuff like that, and I was listening into some of the other people talking about what they did, and some people were like, oh yeah, I got like my instructor and everything like that. We got the dude, he tutored me on all this stuff, and it only took about like 10 hours or so for me to finish my project, and I'm sitting over here like, fantastic. It's nice, but you only needed to add Unity physics on the ball and add velocity to the ball by pressing left and right. Figure out how to throw ropes and stuff. That I think would be the slightly difficult one, yeah. I'm trying to think of how that would work. Actually, you know what? If you were using this, okay, nerd moment. I've forgotten most of Unity, but I do know Godot, and you could probably spawn like a raycast and then hit the first target that's hit on the collision, and then you can actually get I think you can get the location that the hit was registered at, which would mean you could use that as your anchor for your like web shooting and stuff like that. You could probably do that in like 15 lines of code. Software may be great, but fuck, they're in their VS. Yeah, it's a gigantic shame that that a lot of the stuff, remember what I did, something like that. Yeah. It's been a lot of my Unity stuff was focused around like terrain, and like it was a lot of basics, because senior project in high school, I didn't really know too much aside from the absolute giga chads. There were a couple people like there are some really smart people that were in my high school that were like the like top 1% of like effort spent on stuff. It's like they didn't need to put in as much effort as they did, but there's a guy who there were some people who like put together some like robots that would like autonomously run in like the local lake and stuff, and there was one person who set up like it's crazy like what some other people did. I wish I had the ability to do some of that stuff way back then. I had to look it up, and only the vague understanding of that part. Ever heard of Game Maker? I have a little bit. I've never used it, though. Never used it. I've heard good things about it, though. Game Maker is the one Pirate Software uses, right? The one that Thor uses, right? Game Maker. Yes, that is the one. Accept cookies. Yeah, this is a decent site. I'll accept your cookies. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a pretty solid engine. I like it. Pretty cool. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool stuff. I love I probably shouldn't love learning new engines as much as I do, because sometimes I'll just like loop around into like learning new basics of things and not really delving into like the deep end of stuff. So I have never really played around with the engine itself, but it seems kind of cool. I was looking at him using it a little bit, and it's pretty neat. I like how the UI looks, even though I worry that it might have a little bit of the clutter problem that I usually wind up with. That's why I hate node graphs. I hate using node graphs because I always wind up with way too much stuff on screen, and I can't make any sense of the stuff. But give me the cookies. They're mine. They're mine. Oh, we found some. I got some Jaffa cakes right before I came over. Speaking of like cookies and cookie adjacent things, I had some Jaffa cakes right before I came over and started stream, and they were pretty nice. They were good things, good stuff. What hosts me off is the fact that it's 2D and only uses its own language, whereas Godot supports 2D and 3D unless you use C++. Also C# and GD scripts, which are really, really nice. Godot actually lets you use most things, which is super cool. Though, with great power, also requires understanding what you actually need to use and what you don't need to use. The nice thing about some other engines, now I haven't actually seen anything about GameMaker, but Godot is sort of gives you everything. Because it gives you everything, like, so and something that about, like, you know, Unity, Godot, GameMaker, and all that sort of stuff, a lot of the fundamentals and a lot of the concepts translate between them. So yeah, way too dumb. It's yeah, it's sort of like, I wouldn't say anything's like, you don't have the foundational knowledge for anything. It can be a little bit difficult to, like, yeah, put anything we're talking about into perspective. My background music is Winter Morning Jazz. It's pretty nice. I like it. I found these nice royalty-free like playlists on YouTube, which are just kind of super awesome. So yeah. we're nerding out again. We always talk about nerdy concepts and stuff. Like, the previous thing was talking about royalty free, so no attribution or anything like that. So it's super nice because yeah. Also, I saw there's the Drunk Men's Choir or something was a video I watched the other day, which was I love it. I love it. I love finding, like, people who, like, remake things to make them royalty free. It's fantastic. Yeah, we are big nerds though. Big nerds. The previous topic was a lot of VR stuff, is what we were talking about, which I still want to make a VR game. I merely must have the time. So it's gonna be a little while. I need some more foundational stuff before I go into VR things a little bit more. We should do a joint Just Chatting Nerd stream sometime. That'd be sick, actually. That'd be so sick. You know, if I had enough stuff to talk about and I had, like, you know, the ability to plan things for more than, like, 15 seconds, I'd start a podcast or something, because I think that would be super, super fun. Fun fact, Azalea's lore, I was actually in a podcast for a little while that never actually wound up launching. We were in one. I was a co-host of it for a short period of time. We did a pilot and never released it, and that was that. So, Azalea's lore, haha. Lore. Yeah, never went anywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna sit in the nerd stream and let my brain boil. Yeah. If and you ever feel like picking up game development or anything like that. Cool lore. Yeah, dude. I love, well, okay, in the past, I had a little bit of difficulty reining myself in a little bit. I still do. But I used to have a lot more side projects all over the place. Now I've managed to rein myself into only a couple things, you know. I realize when I'm starting to, like, hyperfixate on something, and then I can sort of, you know, not do that. It helps me a little bit, but yeah, 2 episodes never released. Yeah, it always happens. It is fun. I think this is sort of like my outlet for where a lot of that creative energy went, because there are certain people that you could just, like, bounce off of, right? And I also find it relatively easy to, like, bounce off of myself a little bit and, like, chat and stuff. So yeah, this is my sort of, like, creative release on a lot of that stuff. It's crazy how things went full circle. It was only like 7 years of a difference, 8 years of a difference, something like that, from podcast to just chatting on Twitch for like 8 hours a day. Problem was scheduling time to record and then edit and release. Yeah, it's always the hardest thing. I know there are actually some podcasts that I follow who are, well, whenever I can actually like listen in on a podcast, because after the co-optional podcast, I haven't really listened to many podcasts since, yeah. It's just yeah, getting all the schedules and stuff like that, though I have found a couple ones that have like, whenever they can get around to recording an episode is when they do it, which sometimes it's like every week, sometimes it's like every 2 months. It's pretty cool. I love it when stuff's a little bit lenient like that and you just find out, oh hey, there's this cool podcast episode that's now out, and it's kind of nice. Back when I was doing a lot of work, I listened to Cox and Krender in the morning, because I originally got my earbuds, which I'm holding now. I originally got these because I needed to be able to listen to music and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, podcasts are kind of cool. So yeah, I started listening to that stuff on them. And now I'm not doing any of that anymore, so... You're about my age, aren't you, guys? I know we discussed it in Discord at some point, but my memory sucks. Well, unfortunately, my age is an enigma on stream. However, I will DM you real quick, because, yes. We've known each other for like 8 years at this point, so. There we go. See if we're anywhere close. Soviet Womble is that content creator. You never know when it's coming. When a video drops, it's insane. I know. I love that. I wish that was a little bit more like a viable like strategy for. I guess it would be like pretty viable and stuff like that for stuff. It has. Yeah, it has. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, can I do like oh god, we have so many messages in our Discord. I don't think originally a lot of the stuff that we like talked about and stuff like that is like after we actually met, because we used to not like DM each other early on, if I remember right. So it was earlier than some of our earliest messages. But yeah, it's been a long time. Jeez. It's crazy. It's nuts that like a lot of people that I know online are people I've known for nearly a decade now. That's crazy. Early internet boys, let's go. Hey, video, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I have a place to exert my energy. I can output all this pent up energy from the past like 2 weeks. I can now put it out into the world, which is really, really nice. I knew you before I left the Navy. Yeah, it was. And we originally met through you're right now in the UK. Oh shit, nice. Very nice. Now there are several people in the UK in chat right now. Hey. Ah, yes, so much energy. It's so nice. Ah, doing some WoW with you at one point. I don't think I ever did WoW, because WoW is something that I haven't been into in a long time. I don't think anybody that I actually like talk to nowadays are people that I talked to since my WoW days and stuff. You should sleep in a long trip. Yeah, probably. It's also actually not very late. It's not even midnight yet. Wow. Okay. I actually managed to get a good time stream. Let's go. Oh. Yeah. Don't dox each other in my chat, please. That would be nice. I don't want anybody. Well, I guess if you want the like eyes meet up or anything like that, you could all get together and just like. We definitely did some WoW at some point. Wasn't much, but we did. Maybe because I think the last time I played WoW, like properly was when Cataclysm came out, and I don't think we've known each other for that long. But maybe, I don't really know, because I haven't had an active subscription since like I think a year into Cata, so yeah. Oh man, I want to go visit the UK. I want to go overseas. I want to visit some friends. You'll not find me in a couple million city. Will not find me in a couple million city if you know it. Oh. What if we went in Portugal? Everyone's traveling. I suppose the whole holiday, like end of year traveling and everything like that. I think it was just a random let's hop in for a bit. I think we played for like 3 or 4 hours. Oh yeah, maybe then. Maybe. Oh yeah, that would have been around the time that some of like I remember I think someone gave me oh no, that was way before. Maybe like I gotta jump in to try out WoW code or something like that. Yeah, dude, I know so many people from overseas. Like I only know a handful of people from the States, but I know so many people from overseas, and I really want to go over and visit at some point. So yeah. But that will probably not be this next year. That will probably not be 2024 because, and I can actually say this now because I have the means to actually get back over here. Announcement time, by the way. I, Azaleus, will be streaming every single day for 2024. 365 streams. I will be streaming every single day. So if you can't catch me one day, you'll catch me the next. Because it's going to be Year of Azaleus, baby. Let's go. The Year of Eyes. I'll be streaming every single day for 2024. It's going to be cool. It's going to be nice. I have the means. I have the ability. And yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah. The Year of Azaleus. So strap in, you're gonna have a lot of me. Yeah, no, I'm gonna manage it. Here's the thing. You're gonna catch every single one. Yeah. Here's the thing that I always struggle with is if I take one day off, the next day is always a little bit difficult for me to like pop back in on. So I'm going to try every single day. And we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna challenge myself to be able to do that. You're gonna go 100k points faster now. Oh boy. Sometimes you wish I could do shit like that. Yeah, it's I have the ability, and I don't think I'll be able to do it in future years. So I thought I may as well give it a shot and see if I can do it. So it'll be kind of cool. Even catching every stream and saying hi, going eep. I will be trying to start earlier. Is the thing. I'm gonna definitely work out my schedule and stuff like that a little bit. But there's so much stuff I want to do. There's so many things I want to try. And I was like, okay. If I have so much stuff that I have, so many ideas for things I want to do, so many games I want to play, so many things I want to do for this upcoming year, that it's a struggle and I'm picking and choosing between different days because I'm taking breaks between streams, I may as well just go every single day. And then I was like, okay, why not just make it like a thing where I just do every single day of 2024? Why not? So, like, if I did that. Yeah. Well, hey, talking about Eep. I'm going to Eepy now. Technically it's 1 a.m. for me. Yeah. Only 4 hours of sleep. Oh yeah, definitely go get some sleep. You've deserved it after travel and all that sort of stuff. It's to get some good rest. Also, I know it's a little bit late, but Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year's as well. But yeah, see you later. Goodbye. It is also midnight, yeah. It's 11:57 in London right now. Merry Christmas indeed. Yes, Merry Chrysler. Uh, I'm confused. There's apparently is no time diff. Yes. Well, you guys are in the same, like, vertical slice, aren't you? You're in the same time zone, technically, right? So, midnight when I was still on Dutch time. Yeah. You still got, even if it's 1 hour, you still got a little bit of, like, jet lag. Still in time lag. And my phone is lying, or it's midnight? Yeah. It's 1 a.m. here. Yeah. I am still baffled that everyone stays up this late and puts up with my bullshit in EU time zones. I swear I'll have a little bit earlier streams next year and stuff like that. It will be a little bit more bearable for everyone in this upcoming year. I today was a little bit of being able to do stuff, but you will have more manageable streams. It will happen. Yeah. They will exist. I think plan time. I think towards the beginning of the year, I'm probably going to do some like experimental streams, right? I'm going to try for some slightly longer streams, I think. Just to test the waters a little bit. See if I get a little bit tired day by day or anything like that. And then as the year goes up, we'll slowly ramp up into some other stuff and sort of figure out what I'm able to do in things. So, you're just planning to go to bed, but I want to say hi first. Oh, thank you for stopping in. Always a pleasure, Panky. Always a pleasure. You would be grinding an FF if you weren't streaming, so this is a bonus on top of staying up. Nice. Yeah, I'd be going nuts in FF right now too, but I was like, do I want to immediately go into like Final Fantasy and immediately play Final Fantasy today? But we will be doing some Final Fantasy tonight because my god, I want to actually do the holiday event. Holy shit. Why not both? True, do both. You can do both. Probably. You're doing both right now. Ah, I see. Good. Yes. That's so much FF to catch up on. Same. It's going to be early in the year that we're going to be doing Final Fantasy Story again. We will be... No. So the thing is, I wanted to get over this sort of like speed bump of stuff. When the actual like stuff that's going on IRL ends and I'm able to do longer streams like consistently, and I can get over here and I can do a stream every day now, but I want to be able to appreciate things, right? I want to be able to like properly appreciate the game that I'm playing because it's a goddamn masterpiece. So right after stuff is resolved, then we will be popping back in. Yes, it will be finished at that point. If you haven't done the Christmas event, you probably should. It only lasts until the 31st. Yeah, it's gonna be done tonight. Is when we're gonna do it. I managed to start it a little bit the other day, but I was not in charge of being able to go places on my own. So yeah. Oh shit! I don't have a key. Oh. It's fine. I can sleep over here tonight. It's fine. Everything's fine. I have a little circle chair that cuts off circulation to my legs. I can sleep over here tonight. It's fine, right? Fantastic. You want me getting it done? Yeah, the key is pretty important. I haven't needed one up until this point. So, yeah. Let's worry about that later. Shall we? Let's not worry about that right now, all right? You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Speaking of FF, I managed to get Gunbreaker to level 80. Nice. Congratulations. Very nice. Yeah, I need to need to go and level some things. Actually, some of our streams this upcoming year are going to be chatting Final Fantasy streams. Because something I really actually want to do is I want to be able to have some time where people can actually join me while I'm playing games and stuff like that. If you want to, because I really like the game and I don't ever play it as an MMO. So I play it as such a single player experience that yeah. So a year of also treating Final Fantasy XIV as an MMO is a thing. You have all tanks in the 80 to 90 level range. Very nice. I still have not built up the courage to attempt tanking properly. I have Gunbreaker, and I've done one leveling roulette with some friends and one on stream. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is such a weird MMO. It is. I feel like some of the MMO aspects, you can go the entire game without actually playing it like an MMO, which is nice for a lot of people. But it's also kind of odd because it means you have to really go out of your way to like interact with other people and stuff like that. Welcome back, Morton. Welcome back. Does MMO people play in such a single player experience? Yeah. You don't need courage, just do it. I know. I just suck at like going out of my way and talking with people. It's one thing to be able to be like, I am stream to people and stuff. It's another thing for me to like pop into a chat box and be like, hey, how you guys doing? Stuff like that. Killing is even scarier, but tanking is just run in and hit stuff. Yeah, I think a lot of like as long as you're not doing like super hard content or anything like that, a lot of tanking is themes relatively straightforward to understand. So I may do a little bit of tanking before I get Giga healing. I have Gunbreaker unlocked. I haven't really done any of the story of it, but I have it unlocked now. So you get shattered if the tank dies. Yeah. Well, luckily healer for any of the story content, I guess for most of the story content, you really can just spam heal on the tank the entire time. And then gradually learn your way into doing DPS, because a lot of the early dungeons you don't need to like do DPS to do passing amounts of stuff, so that's kind of nice. I find it easy to pop stuff in the chat box. Most people are quite chill. Yeah, it's really just like, pop. Well, I don't really know like where to like actually just like chat in FF. Like I could like go into Limsa and just be like, hey, how you guys doing? But yeah, I've also gotten like 80 different invites to free companies and stuff like that, though I do want to start a free company on my own server some point this year. I think 2 people. I think you need 2 people to be able to start a free company, and I want to be able to start a free company this year. People meowing in Limsa right now. Oh, Limsa, never change. Never change. Limsa is Limsa. It's, it's a fun place to just like hang out and just like watch chat go by sometimes. Because sometimes people will just say the weirdest thing possible in chat and everyone else will just roll with it. It's great. I love it. Based Limsa enjoyer over here. I love it. My cat. No, my cap. I just put my feet up and got comfortable, and my cat falls to the floor. There we go. Yeah, Limsa can be a little bit wild. Can be a little bit crazy. But yeah, one of my things that I really want to do in this upcoming year is I want to play FF more on stream casually, as just chatting stuff while I'm doing some things, and also, if anybody wants to hang out at the same time and stuff like that, we'll have like a, I guess, like communal Final Fantasy session where anybody can just pop in. If anybody wants to do like farming at the same time and everything like that, we'll all just sort of chill and chat at the same time. It'll be fun. Because I want to try to foster a little bit more of like a cool place to hang out in this upcoming year, because we're getting there a little bit, which is kind of cool. But it's kind of nice to have a place that personally I like things where I can be like, where I'm like invited to participate and stuff. So I want to be the person as le streamer to invite people to like hang out in FF and stuff like that. And I guess like not communally game. What would be the right word for that? Just have a fun time and everything like that. Speaking of meowing, did you guys know back in ye olden days, there's a bit of mass hysteria as a bunch of nuns started meowing? No, that seems terrifying. Huh. That seems terrifying. Was there like a gas leak or something? What the hell? Exactly. The hell? No, it legitimately, if I was just in a church or in like, you know, a religious place and suddenly everyone simultaneously started meowing, I would leave. I would pack my bags and move. We're gonna look this up. I don't really know what Google search term would lead to this not being cultured, shall we say. So let me brainstorm exactly what I want to Google here. You have to start meowing too. It's like the rats thing. It's just everyone. No, keep that out of my chat. No. None of that. Did you guys not hear about the people in Belgium? I think it. What? Are we just gonna start talking about like SCP moments in chat? No. Like the town that rained fish. Mm. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Nuns, mass hysteria, meowing. A nun in a large French convent began meowing one day. Soon, others joined in, and eventually every nun in the convent was meowing. Okay, we're going over here. We're looking at this. All right. In the Middle Ages. I love how this website is like really, really well put together. It's like, it's got this really nice picture of like, this reconstruction drawing shows a refectory in Denny Abbey, England. As it may have appeared in the 15th century during this time, nuns at various convents began meowing and biting each other. It's like, you got us in the first half. What the fuck was in the second half? It's like the most well put together website ever, and it's talking about just nuns that spontaneously began meowing and like biting people. Wait, okay, wait a second. All right, during the Middle Ages, many nuns were forced into convents by their parents and often stressed by a lifestyle not of their own choosing, one that demanded celibacy, poverty, and hard manual labor. Oh, shit. Oh. Hey, Ace, thank you for gifting that sub to Morton. Hey, Morton. Welcome. I don't really know how the contract works if a sub is gifted. Do I still get your soul, or do I double up and get the giftee's soul? How does this work? We need to establish this real quick. This is peak Azaleus lore. We need to determine how the soul owning process works. I get both souls. Okay, I accept this. This is excellent. The contract has been formed. Thank you very much. I now have obtained an extra soul. Good. Excellent. Neither? No, it's the loophole. It's the loophole in the contract. This isn't how this was supposed to work. You guys found a loophole. Damn it. No! It's the generosity. It keeps me from obtaining souls. No. Well, let's see. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. This Chex Mix is fantastic, but let's get back to reading out Meowing Nuns real quick. I apologize if anyone just suddenly popped into the stream when I said that. That was completely out of context. Okay. Bizarre cases of mass hysteria involving meowing and biting nuns. In the first case, a nun in a large French convent began meowing one day. Soon, others joined in, and eventually every nun in the convent was meowing. The noise became structured. All the nuns would meow together for several hours at the same time every day. What the fuck? What? Excuse me? Thank you for the 500 bits, Ace. Well, Merry Christmas to you guys. Tell me didn't do it to take third. Oh no. Things are changing. Things are moving around. Oh my god. Thank you for the bits. Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Oh, we're getting some competition in the on the bits leaderboard. I see. Happy Crisis. Yeah, that's pretty much what was happening. Hey, all right. You want to know something cool though that happened? Let me go get it. I know I don't have a camera. However, I would like you all to say hello to my new Blohai, which is the IKEA shark. I have named him Gary. He was my Christmas thing. He is also awesome. Gary is now on my lap. He will be here for the rest of the stream. Unless things get uncomfortable. You hear about the Hype Train World Record? Yeah, wasn't it Baru and Pirate Software? I think. Yeah, I legitimately level 55 on a Hype Train, wasn't it? Something like that? That's fucking nuts, by the way. That's like, yeah. I learned about it from other Blahaj VTuber person, Rin Penrose. So yeah, and then I got addicted to stuffed animals again. So fantastic. Speaking of Christmas gifts, I now have an emotional support pickle. Fantastic. 1300%. Jesus Christ. An emotional support pickle. That sounds hilarious and amazing. Yeah. Oh, I need to find a good spot to put. I need more shelf space behind me for Gary. It's always here to tell me I'm a big dill. No, I'm leaving. Goodbye. I can't hit my alt key to move me. God damn it. You're stuck with me for a little while now because I can't actually hit the key to move me around my screen. God damn it. You need one? That's such a power move. Just imagine having that on your shelf and okay, all right. I need to get my 3D printer working so I can print out a pickle trophy, put it on a shelf, and anytime anyone ever asks me, I can just say it's because I'm a bit of a big dill. I need that now. You have corrupted me. I need that in my life. Also, having a 3D printer leads to some of the most cursed and blessed things ever. Everyone should have one because it is hilarious. I have a Yoda Buddha that I printed a little while ago because it was like top printed thing on Thingiverse, and it now watches over me when I sleep, and it is terrifying. So yes. It's fantastic. Oh, actually, okay. I need to actually print out a little like pedestal for all my Warhammer stuff. That would be probably a good thing to 3D print real quick. It's and it's holding a sign saying "Big Dill." I'm very happy. You should be. That's an incredible. That's incredible. I love it. Nightmare. There were many things I just spoke about, so I have no idea which thing you're asking about. Also, Gary is being pet right now because Gary is fantastic. I love Gary. Also, surprisingly soft. The IKEA Bluhai, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, is incredibly soft. I love this thing, even though it feels like if I like scrunched it a little too much, it would probably stay scrunched. So I don't really want to use it as a pillow. However, it shall become my emotional support shark. You have Minecraft goat plush named Steven. That's fantastic. I love it. I have... Okay. Let me... Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Sent me a DM. Do you mind if I talk about that on stream, by the way? Because I can. I can speak about that on stream. Because I don't really mind. I think having accessible options... Oh, goddamn. Okay. Gary fell on the floor. Give me a second. 1 second. Get Gary up off the floor. Dirty. Filthy down there. Ah, it's filthy down there. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to be on the floor. He deserves to be on my circle chair. Yeah, no, I don't mind talking about it. This is free, by the way. Ace sent me a DM asking how much my model was. This was free. If anybody's getting into VTubing, and you are interested in free, I would say it takes a little bit of fiddling around with stuff. But this is using Vroid Studio. You can make some pretty nice models and pretty nice stuff with it. It's pretty cool. It takes a little bit of effort, and finding something that you're actually comfortable with is a little bit, I'd say a little bit more tedious, because, you know, artists know how to interpret what you want a little bit better than you know how to make stuff if you're not used to making stuff. At least that was a little bit of a struggle for me, but yeah. Vroid Studio is fucking cool, though. It is really fucking cool. I'd say it's a really nice starting point for pretty much anyone. If you don't know if you're going to be comfortable doing streaming or VTubing or anything like that, and you don't want to pay money for something, it's pretty great. Also, it's relatively easy to get some of the stuff for Unity that allows you to put on the nice ARKit stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I assume you use VTube Studio or whatever it is. No, I use a program called Vnyan, but there's also a thing on Steam called Warudo, which is also very nice. Both of them do very similar things. You can pretty much do the exact same stuff with them. Warudo, I think, is a little bit nicer if you have an iPhone, or if you don't want to use Meowface on your phone. So, yeah. So fitting for you. I think this one fits so much better than my last one did. Let me do those links to check out. Yeah, here. I will link you to them real quick. There we are. And then Enian and Warudo. All of this is like super easy to do now. It's really nice. There's one, there's two, and there's three. The last two but do the same sort of thing. It just depends on if you want to set one up. The Warudo is a little bit nicer nowadays. The reason I don't use it right now is because it has a little bit of fuckiness if you are going through Vnyan, or not Vnyan, if you're going through Meowface and you don't actually have proper iPhone tracking, it can be a little bit fucky. And I don't really want to have a webcam plugged in my PC, so yeah. That's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. If you want to use that properly, the iFacial mocap program for iPhone, if you have an iPhone, is like $10, I think. And that's how you get like decent tracking on that. But if you have an NVIDIA card, or you want to use, how do you say it? There's something else that you can use as well. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, not having an iPhone kind of sucks because the Face ID stuff is super nice. But also not sure if I want to see you'll see my face. Yeah, that's why I like VTubing, because I feel like I can be a little bit more myself when I'm like streaming with an avatar. So yeah, it's not to say that I'm like opposed to being like face cam stuff, but I'm always like worried when I'm like actively streaming with a face cam on. So I feel like I give a less interesting stream when I'm on a face cam. I'm always a little bit more stressed, and that winds up with me getting tired really quickly and stuff like that. So yeah, I love how accessible all this stuff is now. It's really, really nice. It's really, really cool. I love the fact that unlike a couple of years ago, you can pretty much start for free nowadays, which is super, super, super cool. But yeah. I love it. And then I proceed to have the most complicated setup I can possibly build out for my streaming setup. It's like, yes, me being like a 3-viewer handy over here, having a dual PC setup. Let's fucking go, baby! Let's go! No, it's fucking awesome though. It's great. Still $200 is greater than $1,000. I'm just using my $30 webcam for tracking. Yeah, well actually some of those, if you're on eBay and stuff like that, you can get some cheap iPhones and stuff like that on eBay, and it's pretty cool. In fact, I know a couple people who are going to be upgrading their phones soon, and I might see if I can buy an old iPhone off of one of them. Because then I won't have to deal with the fact that like an old account might be on it that I need to deal with, or something like that from some random person, or like a locked phone or something. I might see if I can get like an old iPhone off of somebody, and if it's like one of the iPhone X's or XS or anything that has the overheating issue, I'll just get the stand with the heating thing, because that's better than spending a bunch of money on a proper iPhone. Hey, that's nice. But yeah, and I think, you know, I don't like having my current phone, like my active phone that I'm using, plugged in for all this stuff, but it is pretty nice. Time for you to head off. All right. Have an excellent night, my dude. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the gifted subs, by the way, as well. It's very nice of you. And have an excellent night. Sleep well, and also enjoy your vacation. Have a good night. Yeah, if Samsung, my phone turns on at 0%, fight me, you'll win. I have a OnePlus 9, which the only reason why I own this, and not still my OnePlus 1 that I used to have, is because my OnePlus 1 is not usable on a lot of carriers anymore, and the battery dies instantly. So, I have taken it apart before, and I can replace the battery in it, and I might wind up using that for some Face ID, the Meow Face stuff, just as a dedicated phone, but there's a lot of problems with it. Merry Christmas! Merry Chrysler! Thing is, my folder is so Android centered. Yeah, the only reason why I would own an iPhone is for proper tracking. Though, I gotta say, I have been a little bit tempted, because I've been doing a lot more drawing lately. I've been doing a lot more art and stuff lately, even though I brought my tablet over to use on my laptop, and my laptop is not fast enough with the drawing tablet to keep up properly, and I didn't really feel like tweaking it. So Xiaomi is for me is so worth the price. Yeah, I got this through the thing because I got a massive discount, so that was kind of nice. And I was like, hey, you know what? I want another phone that I can go another 8 years without having to upgrade. Because, like, the old phone that I had, I bought off of a friend's. And that thing lasted literally until everything went wrong with it at the same time. It was like 8 years, 7 years or something like that. that phone lasted, which is incredible for a modern smartphone. So I was like, fuck it, let's just get something from the same stuff. Let's go. Even though this one, not as happy with the screen because it's cracked a little bit, but that's fine. I hit it with a cinder block. That's perfectly acceptable that it's got a little bit of a crack in it. Don't ask questions. I think if the phone can survive a cinder block to it, it's pretty acceptable. It's pretty good. If you go 8 years, no, not iPhone. OnePlus One. It was a really, really good phone. I actually need to see if I can like use it for anything still, because technically it's only the battery that's dead, right? I could go in, solder some leads that I can power it off of a USB cable, and then just like run it as like a server or something. It's got a decent amount of RAM and decent CPU for some stuff. Yeah, maybe I might have to see if I can do that. That'd be kind of cool. I literally, like, that phone survived so much that I am so surprised it survived as long as it did. Yeah. Yeah. Well, nerd stuff is fun though. Nerd stuff is so much fun. I love just like geeking out about a bunch of stuff, and just like I love learning about stuff, I think, is the big thing. Like, some topics I don't stick around for a long time on or anything like that, but learning stuff is so much fun. Like, something that I'm going to be doing fairly soon is I'm going to be overhauling my local network, because, my god, this is the most jank setup I've ever seen. So I need to do, I don't think it's like that. I think anything is really learnable. It's just finding a lot of those resources can be a little bit difficult nowadays, because there's so many places you can go to learn the basics of things. It's hard to go a little bit deeper into stuff, right? Like, if you want to learn like game development, for example, there's 7 trillion, and that's probably not even an exaggeration, Unity tutorials online for stuff. And if you want to learn like servers, there's people on YouTube, like Craft Computing is a great place to go if you want to learn like how to build NASs and stuff, or, you know, set up a couple things. If you want to go a little bit more than that, like there's Level 1 Techs has some really, really cool videos on some, like, that's pretty deep down the rabbit hole though, but there's a lot of places you can go to learn things, which is really, really cool. And I will learn the most surface level of everything. I will become a Renaissance man. That's what I will be. I don't know if that term is still around anymore, but it's basically someone who's just like pretty decent at everything. Gotta mark him real quick. It's pretty cool. I think I got into soldering a little while ago, and 3D printing as well, because yeah, I have not. American businessman noted for his eccentric behavior and writings, became wealthy through marriage and a series of improbably successful investments, and spent his fortune lavishly. There's some... The dumbest rags to riches story. All right, we're going to the Wikipedia page real quick. We're taking a look. We're taking a look. With an American businessman for his eccentric behavior and writings, he became wealthy through marriage and a series of improbably successful investments, and spent his fortune lavishly. I wish this could be me. That'd be so nice. Though barely educated or illiterate, that's hilarious, Dexter considered himself the greatest philosopher in the Western world, and authored a book, A Pickle for the Knowing Ones. I'm going to open that up in a... There we go. I'll take a look at that for a second. Which espouses his views on various topics and became notorious for its unusual misspellings and grammatical errors. This seems hilarious. A Okay, I don't want to really go through the entire okay. Being a member of the upper class, Dexter decided to pursue a career in local politics. However, many of those in power were not very keen on allowing someone as uneducated as Dexter to have a position in politics. Eventually, however, the Malden local government would bestow upon Dexter the position of Informer of Deer, despite the fact that at the time there were not any deer in Malden. That's because he was largely uneducated. His business sense was considered peculiar. He was advised to send bed warmers, used to heat beds in cold New England winters, for resale in the West Indies, a tropical area. This advice was a deliberate ploy by rivals to bankrupt him. His ship's captains sold them as ladles to the local molasses industry and made a handsome profit. Next, Dexter sent wool mittens to the same place where Asian merchants bought them for export to Siberia. That's oh my god. Well, jokingly told him to ship coal to Newcastle. Fortuitously, he did so during a Newcastle miners' strike, and his cargo was sold at a premium. On another occasion, practical jokers told him he could make money by shipping gloves to the South Sea Islands. His ships arrived there in time to sell the gloves to Portuguese boats on their way to China. Wait, this is the life of this man is just absolutely insane. What the? He exported Bibles to the East Indies and stray cats to Caribbean islands and again made a profit. Eastern missionaries were in need of the Bibles, and the Caribbean welcomed a solution to rat infestation. He also hoarded whale bones by mistake and ended up selling them profitably as corset stays, which, as everyone knows, wound up like being murder for everyone who wore them, because they pierce into you and yeah. While subject to ridicule, Dexter's boastings make it clear that he understood the value of cornering the market on goods that others did not see as valuable, and the utility of acting the fool. And the stray cat one sounds like he was hearing cats, but apparently that's impossible. Huh. Stupidly lucky. This is fantastic. I love some of the stories of people who have acted the fool in history. They're just, on the outside, people just want them to fail, but that turns around to making them just obscenely wealthy or something. It's fantastic. I love it. Because a lot of people who have acted the fool in history are just, they've... New England high society snubbed him. Dexter bought a large house in Newburyport from Nathaniel Tracy, a local socialite, and tried to emulate him. He decorated his house with mirnets, a golden eagle on the top of a cupola, and a mausoleum for himself, and a garden of 40 wooden statues of famous men, including George Washington, William Pitt, Napoleon Bonaparte, Thomas Jefferson, and himself. Fantastic. The last had an inscription: "I am the first in the East, the first in the West, and the greatest philosopher of the Western world." Dexter also bought an estate in Chester, New Hampshire. That's probably... Oh, okay, that doesn't link to the house, but that's probably a fun place to visit. He was so lucky. How I learned about this and the Meowing Nuns was Salmonella Academy, a YouTube guy who makes videos about wacky historical events. Oh, that's cool. I love people who delve into history and stuff. That's super cool. Sometimes my dad and I will go on this weird tangent on YouTube because I like to hang out and stuff like that, and sometimes when we got nothing to do, we'll watch YouTube in the living room, and it's awesome. And sometimes we'll go down into random ass rabbit holes of just cool stuff. I think I'll see if we can get ourselves into this sort of rabbit hole, because that seems really, really fun. I think he would probably enjoy some of this stuff as well. A little while ago, it was we were watching some people who went and toured like old towns in the US and just like went up and talked to people and like, you know, just like sort of dying US towns because you know, a lot of stuff's moving out of them, a lot of the places aren't being used anymore, and super fascinating. There's like a million videos on YouTube you can watch around that sort of topic, and almost everyone in that topic is very interesting to watch. Very cool. Highly recommended. There's a lot of old towns in Texas specifically, because Texas is fucking massive, and as it turns out, no one wants to live in the middle of fucking nowhere when there's nothing going on. So there's a lot of ghost towns in Texas, which are very interesting to go and like hike around and stuff like that. Super interesting, super interesting rabbit hole. History is so funny, and has some goofy stuff from older times, especially in the world wars. Many goofy stuff happened. Yeah. there's a lot of really fucked up stuff that happens, but I love finding like interesting quirks throughout history and stuff, because if you think about it, there's like a billion people's lives in the past, and a couple of those people, you know, way back in the day, before like everyone could have an autobiography about themselves, or any sort of information recorded about them, before the internet and everything like that, a lot of the things that were recorded would have been like very interesting or weird things that happened, right? So you got such interesting insights into like the weirdest timeline and the weirdest stuff that happened in some random person's life. It's super cool. It's a shame though, because it makes it hard to understand like the daily life of a lot of people, because you never really got like, hey, Tom went down and he you know, he was an old time leather worker in ancient Greece, and you never really got much on that. You gotta like archaeology and stuff. You gotta really dig through stuff for that, but super fun. I wish I could remember a lot of the goofy stories from like Roman stuff, because fun fact, I took a couple of years of Latin, and a lot of that was a lot more historical stuff than we did. A lot of like reading and things like that, but a lot of it was like historical and like learning what, you know, history and everything like that, and a lot of fun stuff. Very fucked up events, but like a million events. There's one goofy thing you can laugh about. Yeah, exactly. It's great. I'd love to like find just like set aside a day to just look at like some funny stuff that happened in history. That'd be kind of cool. Just like find some cool stories or something and just like take a look. Because God, there's so many cool things. In another like alternate reality, I'd probably turn into one of those people who just like traveled and like went to historical places and talked about historical stuff. That would be kind of cool. I love just like goofy stuff like that. It's super cool. But in the meantime, I will settle for just watching the goofy stuff on YouTube, because there's some really cool people who document all that. I'm trying to remember, there was one story that was really funny. I can't remember it. Oh well. I'll see if I can remember it at some point. I will see. See, my problem with school is they teach history, but don't mix in any of the goofy and wonky things that happened. The thing is, there's just so much to teach. My issue with a lot of like history classes in like public education and stuff is that you're taught the same thing year after year after year, and it's like, yeah, it's important that we know about things like, you know, World War I, World War II, stuff like that. It's important that we know about that stuff, and it's important that we know about the heaviest things about that, but you kind of also need to mix in some of that goofy stuff and some of that funny stuff to you know, because history wasn't just all the serious stuff. But it's hard to find the time for a lot of that in you know, teaching everything, because, you know, there's always just more. There's always just more stuff. So, you know, actually something that would be really, really cool. And if I were to ever become a history teacher, I could never, because, oh God, I would feel bad for the students. I would probably make like a final exam, or like, you know, make like a writing assignment for like finding a goofy thing in history and then writing on that. I think that would be a really cool assignment. You know, some of the stuff where it's not explicitly in class time, but it's a fun project to do outside of class. I think that would be really, really cool. That would be neat. We had a little bit of stuff like that when I was in college, but even when I was in college, it was a little bit too, you know, the required classes and stuff like that for when you go to college and stuff. It's still the same sort of required classes as when you were in high school, which sucks because it's, you know, thousands of dollars, but I won't get into that. But we did get into a little bit more goofy stuff from that front. I liked the depth that we were able to go in just like a semester in college. We managed to do like a lot more depth on stuff and talk about some funny, wacky things. That was kind of cool. And I got to play a lot of Hearthstone. I got to play way too much Hearthstone. It's probably the reason why I stopped playing like Hearthstone, is because I played way too much in that one history class. It's there were a ton of people in that classroom. I was sitting all the way in the back. I had my laptop out. It was like I cannot pay attention to the pacing of a lot of those things. So I was sitting in the back and just playing Hearthstone on my laptop. That's all it was. Probably a good thing TFT was not out at the time, because I would have been playing a lot of TFT as well. That was a class that I was getting out of class at 8:45 at night to commute back home. Fun times. Fun times. I you know, for being such a massive amount of my life, college was actually, it felt like it went by really, really quickly. That's kind of weird. Kind of crazy. Anyway. Anyway, aside from school and college and stuff like that, crazy how much stuff actually happened during college. I'm gonna go back down memory lane for a little bit. Gotta say, learn from my experiences. If anybody's in college or like going to college or anything like that, make the best of it. I kind of like didn't really do much with the fact that I was like on campus and stuff like that too much, and kind of regretted a little bit afterwards. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Good night, Panky. Good night. Sleep well. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Flashbacks, yeah. It's just like I had that dog that's looking at the cupcake? That was me for like a solid 30 seconds there. That was me. Oh, man. Yeah, speaking of stuff, by the way, I'm trying to... you want to hear the most embarrassing story from when I was in 6th grade? If you're comfortable talking about it. Sometimes... But yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go. I got some embarrassing stories that will never see the light of day. Alright, cool. I was gonna make sure. There's a lot of stuff that I will just never, ever talk about. Because as it turns out, I was when everyone's like a young teen and stuff like that, you know, you're figuring stuff out in your life and stuff like that, and you accidentally pulled the fire alarm. Oh no. Well, I salute you. There's always one person that pulls the fire alarm. Hidden eyes lore. Yeah, you're never gonna get that. I was that kid in elementary school. So yeah. I was told to get the door, and while I was zoned out. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. It is in fact not the door. Oh no. I could see myself doing that too. It's understandable. It's understandable. I don't think I ever pulled the fire alarm or anything like that. I never caused mass panic, which I'm very proud of myself for, because you know, the statistics were not in that favor. They were not in that direction. But nothing interesting to tell about my school life. Yeah, I was in a couple like clubs and stuff like that, and there's not really too much. Like I did the local robotics stuff, which was kind of cool, and I took part in a couple tournaments, which was kind of sick, and did a lot of Magic the Gathering. I played a lot of video games. In fact, it's funny because I don't actually have that much to say, because that's when I started streaming. So yeah, I streamed a lot of Counter-Strike back in the day. A lot of Counter-Strike. So yeah, unfortunately there is literally no trace of that in existence. A lot of Counter-Strike, a lot of DayZ, the mod, and the eventual game, but there's no trace of that in existence anymore. So yep, it's all gone. Told you guys about Batball, right? No, you have not. I don't even know what Batball is. Oh, I think I have an idea about Batball. Is it like dodgeball but with bats? Or is it like baseball but with a big ball? Surprisingly, there is nothing interesting about being... Oh, yeah. That sucks. No? Then I have not the faintest clue. I have not the faintest idea. Baseball, but the bat and ball are swapped. Oh, I know about that. Okay. I get it. Jesus. So, basically dodge bat, I guess. No, I think literally everyone was a dumb child. You want to know? Okay, in elementary school, we had the new playground, right? Where the upper grades were and stuff like that. It was not new. It was just a little bit better maintained. So it also had one of those big spinny things, right? You know the big spinny things where you get one person on them and you spin them really, really fucking fast? Yeah, we had one of those. A lot of people got injured on that, to the point where they had to remove it. Also, I should not tell that story. That is a story best kept to me and myself. Never mind. Ignore what I was about to say. Ball basket or basketball? I wish we did like basketball and stuff when I was a kid. They were a little bit worried. This was during the time where like a lot of parents stopped schools from like doing a lot of playground group activities, because they were worried that the lack of teacher oversight, of like immediate oversight, would kind of suck. So we weren't allowed to play tag towards my later years. We weren't allowed to like play basketball or anything like that, because it might lead to fist fights. They never happened, but the parents were worried, so we were never able to do a lot of stuff. Eventually, like, laxed all of those when people started doing really stupid stuff to try to make up for things. But yeah, it sucked. It was during that peak time where a lot of like stuff was happening, because yeah, throwing the basket on the ball is the ball basket. Oh god, it's like throwing a throwing a spear. My school played murder mystery games in 5th grade. Oh, I actually took place in, we did the werewolf games and stuff at the lunch table, because we had a couple of those round tables. I was a corner kid. I was the kid in the dark corner. Not the goth kids. Those are in the other corner. Ironically, they were in the light corner, which is hilarious. But we were in the dark corner. In the dark corner, we played like werewolf and like a bunch of card games and stuff like that, until they told us that we had to stop playing card games, which immediately devolved into a lot of worse stuff. And then they told us we could play card games again. Tale as old as time, by the way. They never learned. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if every school had like dark corner. But it was that one corner of the lunchroom which like the furthest from view, like there's that one light overhead, the one table over in the corner, and everyone can get away with everything over there. I'm pretty sure a very large amount of weed was sold in that corner, as well as a lot of candy as well. But murder mystery, but there's a real murder. Oh no. And the kid who gets bullied by 7th graders while in high school. Oh man. Well, I mean, little kids are mean. Little kids are mean. Like, man. And I know this because, well, everyone was mean. Yeah. Little kids kind of suck a lot. 7th graders suck, yeah. It's in that peak time where, like, it seems like they should be old enough to know what's going on, and, you know, they're articulate enough to be able to say mean things, but they're not self-aware enough to understand that the mean things are actually fucking awful to say, so... Maybe me when I was in 7th grade, I was the worst. Yeah, same. It's just how it is, right? It be how it be. The, it's strange because I'm the greatest. Yeah. Getting bullied from 5 to 10. Yeah, I feel that. I had a bunch of really cool friends, though. I remember I got, you know, I got invited over to some houses sometimes and stuff, and we got all the nerd crew over and everything like that. It was really, really fun. Played a little bit of like games and stuff, and that was kind of cool. I remember I had one friend. I should not tell the story. Anyway, yeah. Unfortunately, that's just how it is, right? Depends on where you are, but like a lot of like cliques develop and stuff like that in school. It's just how it is. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, a lot of that stuff goes away once you leave high school because you're no longer being confined into the same space. So that's kind of nice. Because a lot of that stuff just happens because you just so happen to be in the same place. It just turns into like neighbors, I guess. But, well, hey, become an internet denizen. It's definitely no, it's not the healthiest thing ever, but, you know, I was pretty much raised on the internet. I was on the internet a fuck ton. In fact, I was actually raised by, like, older people on old, like, Quake mod games and stuff, so... and RuneScape. So that was kind of cool. I learned how to be mature because if I wasn't mature, I would get absolutely shit on by people in boomer shooters. So, yeah. Well, I'm already the internet goblin 24/7. Yeah, it's funny because like there are some other places that I probably could have gone on the internet. I feel like I went into one of the more like, I wouldn't say like niche places, but God, I don't think there was like anyone that I ever played with who was around my age group, which is definitely not like the best thing in the world, but it's not healthy. It's not. The cave goblin who enjoys the internet way too much. Same. I legitimately for the past couple days have just been like, I wouldn't call it addiction because there is other stuff that I have been doing and I have the ability to do other things. It's just suddenly not having the ability to like do everything that I usually do is like, oh God, let me become my goblin self. I wish to do the normal things. Gotta visit this cave. Dude, I love my little goblin cave. It's nice. It's a nice little comfy spot. Even though I don't have a heater out here right now, so Y'all sitting in the same cave. Nah, I got my own cave over here. I want to build a pillow fort out here and make an actual goblin cave. That'd be kind of cool. If I ever get enough money that I can like make a cool studio thing, I want to model it after like a goblin cave. I got a blankie fort in my cave. That sounds so comfy. Legitimately, like the one thing I want to do right now is I just want to go and make a nice pillow fort. That seems so cool. But I don't have any of the stuff to make a pillow fort. I mean, I have pillows and blankets, but a slime cave, yeah. Fun fact: being a goblin was an alternative path for myself, because there are a lot of goblin VTubers, and I was thinking, hey, that could be kind of cool. But then I was like, slime. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's got 2 stories. That sounds so fucking cool. That sounds so sick. Legitimately, like, if I ever get this office that I'm in to, like, have a bed in here and everything like that, because I do want that. I have a nice, well, I couldn't fit, like, a queen-size bed out here, which is what I have in my room. And as I learned, because I had to switch rooms, I do not fit on a twin-size bed. So I could not actually get myself to comfortably sleep out here. But if I could, I'd go full goblin mode. I would go full goblin mode. Yeah. I guess Azaleus lore, I'm a little bit tall, so yeah. Unfortunately, the Discord is strictly 18+. That is the one place that is like I'm very adamant on it being strictly 18+. Even though we don't do any, like, you know, there's no sexual images or anything like that shown in there at all or anything like that. It is just, yeah. Yeah. When you turn 18, you will be allowed to join. Slime cute as AF. If it ever gets that far, slime fan art, we're good hard. Yeah. See, I've actually, okay. Fun fact, at the beginning of the year, one of the first things I'm going to do in the early days of the Year of Azaleus, the Year of the Slime. I need to come up with like a good title card for that. Year of the Slime. We're going to do a lot of art because I really want to redo a lot of emotes and stuff like that. I want to just do more art in general. So it will be the Year of Azaleus. We will start it with redoing a lot of emotes and stuff. And that will be quite cool. But yeah, I'm also going to draw a bunch of slimes because I really like drawing slimes. Yeah. I get making servers 18+. Internet isn't the safest place for minors. Yeah. I do not want to be responsible for somebody being sent DMs or anything like that. It's a can of worms allowing minors into a space that you're in charge of. Do not want to be responsible in any way. So, yeah. In no way. So, yep. 150 emotes. Good luck. Dude, I would be drawing so many emotes. Holy shit. Oh my god. Also, I get to, get better at drawing, which is going to be very nice. Even though, fun fact, the reason why I eventually settled on slimes is because slimes are very easy to draw. Slimes are extraordinarily easy to draw. You just draw a circle and then 2 more circles. It's very nice. Or, if you want to just go the easiest way, you just draw a circle. It's nice. You make Discord level rules and have it slime icons next to the name. Yeah! Slimes are so easy, yeah. They're so nice. I love them. And it's fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at what's actually possible on a lot of the Discord stuff, because unfortunately this is just kind of like a kind of odd time to do some stuff. However, oh, my leg's falling asleep. I'm gonna stand up real quick. We've been streaming for nearly 2 hours. I'm gonna stand up real quick. You love the chews in Breath of the Wild? Yeah, they're cute. Oh, All right, make sure you stand up. I don't want to see anyone getting leg cramps or anything like that. Everyone do 5 squats right now, if you can. Everyone stretch. I don't want to see anyone getting blood clots or anything like that. Not on my watch. And hydrates, yep. Make sure you're hydrating. I may bring back the ad break stretches as well. I'm actually pondering. Alright. I should be good now. I'm actually wondering how I want to handle ad breaks, because if I'm going to be streaming a shit ton this next year, I'm curious how I should handle stuff, because I don't know if I should like pause for each ad break or anything like that when like I'm doing stuff. I'll have to give myself a little bit of a think over on some of this stuff for like how we're gonna handle, because if I'm gonna be playing a lot of like RPGs and stuff, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be like pausing every break or something. I'll have to think about it, because I don't want to leave anybody out on the content, right? I don't want to leave anybody out on anything, but it's also a little bit, I don't know, I'll have to think, because like what if I'm in the middle of a cutscene or something like that? What do I do? I could give that a stretch time, but then I'd have to do the 3 minutes. I got a little thinking on that, but yeah. I also need to reset up my, actually tomorrow, something I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be resetting up my StreamerBot stuff. So tomorrow we will have a lot of the alerts and stuff on again. I don't have the ability to get audio from my, well, I do, but it's noisy because I need to get a ground loop isolator in there. I don't have any ability to get any audio from my stream PC into my headphones right now, which is the reason why I didn't set that up for today, is because I need to find my ground loop isolator somewhere in here so that I don't get any of the static or anything like that. But I have never played West of Loathing. No. It will probably be something that is on the list of things to possibly play. I gotta see, because I got a little bit of Christmas money that I can spend on some stuff. And now that we're gonna be doing a metric shit ton of streaming, I need to look at some games which are possible for me to play on the stream. So, I must see stuff. Let me see. West of Loathing. Oh, it's like $5. That's pretty awesome. I will add it to my wish list. There we go. I've seen a lot of people play it, and I've seen a lot of people have fun with it. So, there we go. Oh, by the way, early stuff for next year. We are going to be playing Breath of the Wild, or not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. At the early stuff. Still want to see play FF XIV. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking a little bit closer look at some of the stuff that's in the Game Recommends page over the next couple days. In fact, something that I'll probably do is in some of the morning time while I'm on my laptop, I will, because I'm actually using my laptop a little bit now. I have become a little bit more of a laptop user, even though it is annoying because it's got a slightly different layout from my normal keyboard over here. So switching between them is a little bit weird, but I'll be taking a closer look at some of the recommended stuff in the Discord and sort of seeing what I want to pick up, what I want to play and stuff like that, and figuring some stuff out, because I also want to really want to play the Metal Gear series this year. That is one of the plans, because, well, there's just a new version of it out now that I want to see if I can pick up. So that'll be pretty cool. And yeah. Also, I got a bunch of stuff I'm actually doing. Fun fact, this stream is going to go on the archive channel, so if anybody wants to see any of the archive stuff, any of the archive streams and stuff like that, this is going to go up on there. Yep. Oh, I just realized there's something I need to change over here. 1 second. Video. We're not going to be doing that today. Okay, never mind. The stream is currently in 30 FPS. Fantastic. Great. Well, we'll fix that tomorrow, I guess. We get ridiculously high quality video over today. Nice. Excellent stuff. But yeah, I'll be looking over some of the stuff in the recommended stuff. We'll be playing and finishing up some of the games early on in the year, as when we'll be finishing up a lot of the games and taking care of a lot of that stuff. Because I really want to actually finish a lot of the things that we got to do stuff. It's got to go into my archives. Well, I'll be taking care of some of that stuff. I'll be taking care of some of that. Because I get to upload the source quality stuff, which is really, really nice. I gotta see if I can cut out the music track on this, but gotta find more for the recommended. Yeah. Well, also, do keep it within things that I'll be able to get as well, because, well, while I would love to be able to buy every game on the planet, I do also need to keep it reasonable for expenditures. So that's why some of the stuff this year is probably going to be, I do want to play a full playthrough of a Factorio world. That is something I want to do this year. Because, yeah, Factorio is awesome. It's really, really cool. I also wondered, how much is Satisfactory right now as well? Store. Satisfactory. Oh, it's $16.50 right now. That is a really good price. That's 45% off. I will add to my wish list. But we're going to be playing a bunch of different things. I don't know. I may try the approach of like play one game, finish one game at the early part of the year and see how that goes. Because, well, yeah. I mean, that is one way to do it. That is one way to do it. That is what Video did with Outer Wilds, which I will be also editing the Outer Wilds VOD a little bit to upload to the archives. I want to get the Outer Wilds VOD up there because it's such a good game. I have been living vicariously off of watching other people play it, so I need to get that up there. I'm editing it down a little bit because I started editing it a little bit, and yeah. Honestly, I've only played Zelda games, Mario games, Minecraft, Monument Valley, Geometry Dash, Plants vs. Zombies, and that's about it. Dang. I am a gateway drug to a lot of games. I have played so many games. It's kind of crazy. So if you want any recommendations, I can recommend a lot of games. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Final Fantasy XIV, by the way? God damn it. I replay Zelda games mainly. Zelda games, honestly based, that was my childhood. I grew up on Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Twilight Princess is probably my second or third favorite game of all time. With nostalgia, it's definitely second. No. Okay. Outer Wilds, Final Fantasy XIV, and Twilight Princess are like top 3. Yeah. I don't own a PC, so that's a bit of a problem for wanting to branch out. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes them things a little bit difficult. Especially because a lot of games nowadays, especially like FF, is surprisingly taxing. A lot of games are surprisingly taxing. Yeah, I've always been a PC gamer. I was actually a PC gamer before I was a console gamer. My dad got me into PC games when I was a kid. He had a copy of Quake 3, I think. We still have that disc, actually. Ooh, that's difficult. That's difficult. FF14 redder than slime. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it. Nah, I do want to. I've actually surprisingly not branched out like super far from a lot of the games that I grew up with. I only like a lot of the games. There's a big void in my life of playing a lot of multiplayer shooters and stuff like that, and a lot of games which were like multiplayer games, like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, League of Legends, stuff like that, where I never really got like a whole bunch of story or anything, which is nice because now I can go back and I can play a bunch of those and I can stream them and stuff like that, and I can go and experience the world of JRPGs, which would be really nice. That's going to be really fun to go through. But there's so many games that I want to like go back and experience and stuff. Yeah, they're so good. Twilight Princess, beautiful game. I love it. It's my favorite Zelda game out of everything. It's really good. The only complaint I have, and this is a spoiler for the game, however, the game is literally like 20 years old now. So if you haven't played Twilight Princess at this point, just like take off your headphones for like 2 seconds. Actually, okay, I can say it in a non-spoiler way. I think the final boss could have used a little bit more build-up. That is my only complaint with the game, a little bit. It just kind of pops up a little bit out of nowhere. But I love it. It's still my favorite Zelda game. It's like, yes, this thing now shows up, and it's like, what? Oh, that's kind of cool. What's this giant like thing that's popped over here? And it's like, we got the big bad. You got juked. My favorite Zelda game is Skyward Sword. That is a very niche and based take. That is, yeah, that's based. Skyward Sword's very good. The only reason why it's not my favorite is because the mechanics in it are jank as hell in comparison to the other ones. I think the story is on par. The gameplay is not as good as some of the other ones. I think that's the only reason why it's not up there with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess for me. So, yeah. Also, I find it a little bit hard to compare Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And while I enjoy those, they're not my favorite Zelda games out there. I'm much more of a fan of like the Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Link to the Past is a really good one. I didn't grow up with it, so I have a lot less of attachment to it than some other people, but that's a good one. I love how the game is just like, aha, look, final boss. Never mind, you're halfway through. Here's an entire other world. Haha. Fun times. That game's 40 years old if you just got spoiled on that. Sorry. I love the story, music, art style, and how they made Zelda someone close to Link they wanted to save, unlike an Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Yeah. Ocarina of Time, I think is a really good game, and my god, I think it's a good game because I'm literally sitting next to an N64 that I imported with a Japanese console of Ocarina of Time on it. I literally bought that on that console. It's incredible what they managed to do on the hardware at the time and everything like that, and it's a really good game. I don't really know where to place it on a lot of things because I have no nostalgia attached to it at all. So it would probably be placed a little bit, unfortunately, lower than a lot of other people because I have no nostalgia on it. Probably Persona 5 Royal. Wait for Persona 3 remaster in February. I can never get into Persona 5. I can watch some people and I can see some people play like the hype moments and stuff like that, but I think that there's just way too much stuff in the way of the things I would enjoy in the game, right? It's like we get this really cool scene, and then you're running through a palace for like a while, fighting like trash mobs for ages, and then you get a little nugget of story again, and then you're fighting through it's a little too broken up for me. I can't really focus on it too much. I honestly think Ocarina of Time is overrated, not by a lot, only a little bit. It's good, but it's not all that. I think at the time it was absolutely groundbreaking. Like, if you look at it compared to a lot of the other stuff that was coming out at the time, absolutely insane game, right? Looking back on it, if you have absolutely no nostalgia for the game, it can be a little bit lackluster in the lineup, comparatively. So, yeah. Like, at the time, holy shit. Zelda games there's a reason why Zelda is like one of the biggest game franchises ever. It's because they were doing some crazy stuff with it. It's just, sometimes it's, you look back on it and stuff, and never played any Zelda. They're really good. They're really, really good. If you ever find yourself like wanting to play something, Twilight Princess is really, really good. Good luck getting your hands on a copy of it, because my god, they're going for like well over $100 now. So, yep. If you're into more modern styled games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are really, really good. They're really, really good. Highly recommended. Let's see. Link to the Past is also really, really good. Highly recommended. If you don't have any nostalgia for any of the Zelda games, though, it might be a little bit odd going back in time to those. So, Wind Waker is a great starter game for Zelda. It came out in like 2001 or 2003 or something like that, but absolutely incredible game. Even on the original GameCube graphics, it still holds up very well. Also, I think the way that the game progresses and stuff like that makes it one of the more timeless games in the Zelda franchise. I think, barring nostalgia for Twilight Princess, I think Twilight Princess can suffer a little bit from looking back on it if you've not played it before. It does suffer from a little bit that more modern games have fixed. However, some of the quirks with how the story works and stuff like that can be pretty fun, because it doesn't really have that same formula that a lot of modern games have. A lot of modern AAA games have. You only ever played it on GameCube? Same, actually. I didn't ever own a Wii U, because that was the time where I got really big into PC gaming. So never played it on Wii U. I only ever played it on GameCube. I've actually never even played the Wii U version of the game, so. Actually, fun fact, one of the things that I was looking forward to this year is actually doing a Wind Waker randomizer. I have all the stuff on my PC for it. I have my own copy of Wind Waker that I ripped a while ago, because if you have a Wii, I would highly recommend that you back up your physical games, by the way. It is getting to that point where both Wii and GameCube games are going to deteriorate. You are going to probably hit a point where the discs no longer work. So just make sure you have a backup of them. It's perfectly legal for you to back up your own games. It's very easy to do. You can chuck them all into a Wii, and you can back them up. You can back up all your games through that. So. And modding a Wii is like, you literally can go just to a web page nowadays and mod a Wii. it's the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, there's your don't lose all of your childhood memories moment right there. Personally, I don't play anything off of discs anymore. I play everything off of my own backups, because yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I need to find some like good. Oh, okay. Game I also really want to try to get this year. It was a game that was remade for got a mod for New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Nice. Yeah, I originally did the what was it? The Smash Bros. Brawl one. That's the one that I did way back in the day. Newer. Super Mario Brothers Wii. I see. I see. Yeah, I did the one. I think in Brawl you could like do screenshots to the SD card, and it would also read them off of the SD card. So you could use the SD card when Brawl loaded the data from that. You could use it to execute what was called Letter Bomb. I think you still technically use that same thing in other places, but it's pretty cool. Getting Xbox Game Pass for mini games for less money. Yeah, that's something I want to do this year. Monthly subscription services, a little bit rough because, you know, it's a one-time purchase, that's fine, but some stuff can be a little bit rough, especially if I like forget about it or something like that. But I'll probably get Game Pass. I need to look at what's actually on Game Pass. I guess I could just do that real quick right now. Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass. Please don't have a light mode website. Please don't have a... Yay, you have a dark mode website. Let's go, baby! Far Cry 6. Oh my god, there's a lot of games on here. Holy crap. Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I actually have on Steam. Explore all games. Let's take a look. Oh, it's light mode. No, my eyes are going to be closed if it's light mode. Persona 5 Tactica. Oh, there's a lot of... Like a Dragon Gaiden, the Man Who Erased His Name. All right. Speaking of like long games and stuff like that, it may happen this year. We are probably going to play Yakuza, because that game series is legendary and I've never properly played it. So that is something to play this year, is the Yakuza series. Wild Hearts, Return from the Ashes. All right, have a good night. See you. Thanks for stopping by, and also enjoy your gift sub as well. Enjoy. There's 24 pages. All right, wait. 200 games per page. Let's go, baby. Let's see. I have a code for a month from Twitch because I subbed for someone if you want. Ooh, maybe. I may take you up on that, actually. Probably not right now, because I wouldn't be able to make good use of... How much is Game Pass? Wait a second. How much is Game Pass? Let me take a look. PC is $9.99 a month. That is ridiculously good. All right, get your first 14 days for $1. Ooh. Okay, I may take you up on that. I may. Well, we'll have to see. I want to make sure I can like make good use of when I actually like start a subscription, because, well, you know, there's different stuff to Ultimate is $14.99. Yeah. I'll have to take a close look at it, see if it's worthwhile for what I want to do at the beginning of the year, because I have a lot of games that I can play already, and so many games that I want to finish before we get into other stuff this year, like Zelda, Final Fantasy XIV, got a bunch of JRPGs, got a whole bunch of stuff that I really want to finish up at the early parts of this year. Also while playing some other stuff at the same time, because I don't want to exclusively do like JRPGs and RPGs and like long form games, because if I was to just constantly be streaming games that are just like a massive amount of story and stuff like that, I also want to have a lot of chatting time, and I want to have a lot of gaming time that's not just like story. So with a free month, you can look and decide if you start a subscription. Yeah. But yeah, I'll take a look. Because that does look like a ridiculously good deal. It's like 200 pages of games. That's insane. So, but I got so many games I need to play, man. I got so many games. It's crazy. There's so many good games out there nowadays. I feel like literally anyone, if you were to like start streaming today, right? If you were to like brand new streamer, started streaming today, hadn't streamed ever before. You could probably stream for the next like 10 years, constantly playing games, and still not run out of like anything interesting to do. It's nuts. Not that you wouldn't burn yourself out of playing games in general, but you know, there's so many games out there. It's so sick. Speaking of games, I think it's probably about time that I look into playing something, because I need to do the Final Fantasy event today, so it's too much. Same with my Steam library, honestly. That's why I don't want to do Game Pass like immediately, because I have like 500, 600 games in my Steam library, and I need to play more stuff. So yeah. I need to play more stuff that I already have before I really get massively into more things. Because I have like, let's see. Okay. As far as games to play, I still need to play Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, Demon Souls, and Bloodborne, as well as Lies of P. I'm going to go into a gigantic Soulsborne arc, basically. It's going to be great. And then I also need to play... There's a bunch of JRPGs that I want to play. There's Nier Automata, which is something that's just been sitting in my library for so long that I really need to play. In the corner you were last time. I'm not even in Limsa right now. I'm not even there right now. I'm not there. Long wish list. Oh, that's not even including the stuff that's on my wish list. My wish list is insanity. Where's my... There it is. There's my FF login. All right. And my passcode. Login. Huzzah! And we will not even have any lag. Let's go, baby! Your Steam wish list. Oh, God. There's too much stuff on there. I don't even want to. There's too much stuff on there, man. Yeah, it's just like a massive list. And flame. Let me see. Ooh, now I get doubled up audio a little bit here. Let's go. Yeah, let me actually go over there. What is on here? My Steam profile is privated. Let's see. It's a lot of Final Fantasy games, a lot of like, actually not too much. Tunic is on here. Bunch of VR games, like Into the Radius and stuff, though I can't do VR games until I have a decent mic for my VR headset, because audio quality that's a big thing, is having good audio quality. So there's actually not that much on here, which is a bit of a shame. I need to put some more things on my Steam list. I could probably take Population 1 off of... Why is it number 1 on my Steam? Okay, my wish list is actual bullshit. It's so bad. It is getting sent over. Very nice. There's so many Final Fantasy games on here. Holy shit. Like Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy VII. Oh, are the Final Fantasy VII games on sale right now? Final Fantasy 7. Ooh, okay. Wait a second. I don't really know where to start on the Final Fantasy like 7 remakes. So much to it. Looks like Integrate is the first one from the that stuff. But it's gonna be a couple months until I even like get into that. Man. All right. Ugh. Yeah, there's too much. Maybe we'll do like a game hunting stream once we get through some things and look for like some fun stuff to play during that time. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, oh, this is all normal priced stuff. That's pretty cool. All right, so I am going to switch us over to it's gonna be 160. There we go. I'm gonna switch us over to playing Final Fantasy XIV. But as there we go. Because we're doing the winter event. Yay! Finally! My God. It's only been 84 years. Let's go! Gonna hunt ya. Let's see if you can guess where I am first. Yes. But on a nice thing, we're already here. Let's go, baby! And then we can do settings is, and we go like this, load position. There we go. Huzzah! I'm over here now. Let's go. Actually, let's adjust it a little bit. There we go. I think that's probably a little bit better. Now I take up a little bit more of the screen, which is nice. You think you know where I am? Haha. Alright, and let me pause the music. There we go. And unmute this for you guys. There we are. Ah, yeah. I do like this outfit. This is nice. Yeah, so we managed to start. Unfortunately, we got like 2 seconds in to all this last time. So we managed to start stuff, which is cool. Also, let me buy one of these real quick. Only like 3,000. It's an outdoor thing. There we go. I'll buy 2 of those just in case I get like a house that I want to put outside of. Is there a... There's not. I see. Yeah, so we started this last time, right as I had to leave, so this is kind of cool. Apparently, there's a child who's not feeling the Christmas cheer, which might be fine because it's now after Christmas. So, yeah. But hey, we must bring joy to everyone and joy to all. That is our mission. But yeah. You definitely know where I am. Yeah, it's like the only place that's here. What the crier? What are you saying? Merry Starlight, good adventurer. I trust you are enjoying the festivities. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Cool. All right. A little bit less stuff being sold this year, but I guess they don't have a ticket system or anything like that. I wonder if they have the cool like rhythm game thing this year. That'd be kind of cool. Ah, yes. Oh, we can do a little bit of Gamba today too. We have a little bit of time for that. That's nice. That's pretty sick, actually. Now you have no idea where I am. I am just a present. Fantastic. Excellent. All right. So, let me make sure that things are actually getting recorded properly as well real quick. I want to make sure. I adjusted some of my audio stuff for recording before, and I just want to make sure it's actually going to go through properly. Ah, well, you see, I am right next to this to the Minkato Amphitheater Ethernet shard. So you can just teleport to the shard. I'm right here. Ha 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 ha! Foolishness. Foolishness. That's awesome. I only ever come over here for events and stuff. Actually, I take that back. I have been coming over here for... Hello! Greetings, traveler. How's it going? Hello. Nice to see you. I see your. Let me examine you real quick. Level 31 Arcanist. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, you haven't gone into the summoner stuff yet. I see. I see. You should probably do that if you're, because you'll get a bunch of extra stuff now. Or summoner scholar stuff. Very cool. Yeah. Let me look at your. Wait a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Cool. Well, good on you. You got a bunch of stuff going on. That's kind of cool. Nice. I love the way the summoner book looks. I love it. That's a nice big book too. I like that a lot. Very cool. Beautiful. Beautiful. What other random unit? Wait a second. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I need to add that down here. By the way, if you wanted to do the Fall Guys stuff, you've got about like a day to do the Fall Guys stuff and get a bunch of the rewards for it. So yeah. So that means you can get this. It's really, really easy to get the currency for it. So yeah, pretty cool. But definitely get it while you can. The mount is like not my favorite thing in the world, but yeah, pretty cool. How do I even do the Fall Guy stuff? I'll be going over to the Gold Saucer in a minute, so I'll show you how to get to it from there. It's really, really easy, so I'll show you in a minute. But there's an elevator you go to in it when you're in the Gold Saucer. Have you been to the Gold Saucer yet, by the way? Oh God, that's probably a good question. Have you been to the Gold Saucer? Because if you haven't, then that's probably going to be a little bit difficult. Though it's really, really easy to get there. Ah, okay. Yeah. I would... I'll show you in a minute. If you go to Ul'dah, there's a dude... Yeah, a lady who's standing outside who gives you a quest to be able to unlock the place. And then you can just teleport there anytime. It's kind of cool. All right. It's question time, baby. Let's go. Hello, cheerful cherub. How you doing? What's going on? That boy who always comes to stare at the decorations. I know him. I mean, I've seen him around before. I don't know his name, and I don't think I've ever seen him smile. A boy? Yes, ran straight past me toward the Great Loam Growery. Oh, okay. Nope, not over there. Hello. Oh, you must be Tenny. I heard he moved... Oh, you must mean Tenny. I heard he moved here from Uldar recently. Can't tell you much more than that. He makes a point of keeping to himself. Alright. To the Great Loam Growery. I see. Streaming Legos hard. Yeah. Also, just as a little side note, if I am like doing like quest stuff and stuff like that, do please refrain from like using spells on me or like getting like super close. Just, you know, during all that stuff. I like the be fully invested in the quests and all that. So when I'm just hanging around and stuff, it's fine, but when I'm doing questing and stuff like that, yeah. Did you learn anything? So his name is Tenny. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go to the Great Loam Growery. All right. To the growery. Yeah. Wrong way. Wrong way immediately. Go around here. I don't mean you have to go into like a different zip code or anything like that, but just like Oh, hello, Tenny. Hello, Tenny. You might be smothering him a bit. maybe just a little bit. He's from Uldar. He's probably not the happiest little dude in the world. Who are you? Some kind of adventurer? Yeah. She is. And my name is Saline. You were at Midkato's amphitheater earlier, weren't you? Would you like to go in and join the Starlight celebration with me? Our friends will be there too, so we can all play together. Your friends? They're really nice. You don't want to? It's not that. It's a long story. I have time. They all died in the... We just moved here from my father's job. I know there's no point in moping about it, but I really, really miss my 3 friends back in Uldar. During Starlight, we'd show each other what toys we got and eat too many sweets and find all the best decorations in the city. We'd have so much fun. And each time we promised to play together the next year. But now... Aww. You're all the way in Gridania. I used to love the Starlight celebration. Now all I can think about is leaving my friends behind and betraying our promise. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings by asking you to play. It's alright. You didn't know. This is the most understanding conversation between 2 young people that has ever happened. But, Tenny, doesn't this mean you'll never be able to enjoy the Starlight celebration without feeling guilty? There must be something we can do. Miss, you're a grown-up. What do you think? Just go to Uldar. I teleport there every day. Sounds like something that 3 tickets to Gridania could fix. Nothing screams friendship coupeau like Moogle Mail. Pack your bags, kid. I'm smuggling you back to Uldar. What? There's no way my father would allow... Wait, did you say smuggle? Thanks for the offer, miss, but I'll pass. Sounds like something that 3 tickets to Gridania could fix. What's the... what's the one that I could... I guess. But Ul'dah is so far away. That sort of journey is a lot to ask. And then there was one. I am a bad Christmaser. Yes. Nothing screams friendship Kupo like Moogle mail. Mail? That's it. I could send them presents. Yeah! Capitalism. That's a lovely idea. Everyone loves getting packages. And that way you'll be celebrating together. At a distance. At a distance. Never to be seen again. What should I give them? Something you can only get in Gridania? Oh. The answer to that is simple. The snowy white beard. That's the real thing. You're the Saint of Nimia, aren't you? All I can think about is that cut. Well, I think that cutscene is not going to be enough to narrow it down. The cutscenes. All I can think about. Just you get it. You get it. Quite, young Tenny. You need to look no further than your own two hands. For presents crafted from the heart are presents full of heart. I shall rigorously assist you in every step of their creation, as both an artisanal saint and saintly artisan. I don't really understand, but thank you. I'll help too. That way your presents will be crafted in half the time. Really? All right then, thanks. Mistress Adventurer, might we rely on you to deliver Tenny's gifts once they are prepared? Indeed. Though we could post them by more conventional Moogles, a child's hard work and dedication are to be hand-delivered by only the most trusted individual. And as you are both emotionally invested in Tenny's happiness and currently standing before me, I bequeath the task to you. You will do it, yes? Of course. Excellent! Then we shall realize these creations ere the spinner sloshes her nog. In the meantime, I would have you appraise Garaji of our efforts. Once you have relayed your report, return here for the requisite packages. Chop chop. All right. They're gonna make some presents. Nice. Oh, that's so wholesome. I love it. They're always so. All right. No, we'll run. We'll run. All I can think about is just the funny cutscenes with that guy. Jesus Christ. It's every time. He's in like a ton of stuff. I love it. It's so funny. The gold saucer looks like a casino. It is a casino! It is. Funnily enough, run by the guy we just saw on screen. He is the man, the myth, the legend. Mr. Mandeville himself. Gamba! Except you can't, like, ever lose money, except if you forget stuff. It's great! You can only go up in the world. Santa has a casino. Perfect. Alright. I'm Garaji. Hello. Welcome back. Are you able to speak with the boy? Indeed. I see. To be separated from one's friends is heartbreaking indeed. I only wish I, too, could help in some way. Oh, I know just the thing. I shall transform you into a saint. I have a Saint of Nemea costume I would be most happy to gift you. Tenny's friends will be delighted for a visit from the spinner's anointed herald. Accept this with my warmest wishes, dear adventurer. I know you won't let us down. Indeed. Aw, it's all, yeah. Nice. Oh my god, we have the full outfit. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yes. Yes. It's after Christmas, but let's go. Perfect. All right. Santa needs money to finance the presents I see. Indeed. He's got to pay all those elves. Or... I forgot what actually... Anyway. Grungy is grinning eagerly, her wide eyes sparkling more than usual. Without further ado, let us transform you into the Saint of Nemea. I have no doubt you will look every bit the part in the costume I gave you. You must equip the following items in order to proceed. Once you have dressed and sufficiently fluffed your magnificent beard, speak with Amgaraji again. If any of the aforementioned items are not in your possession, you may purchase them from the recompense officer at Minkatu's amphitheater. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Incredible! I feel as though I am addressing the very captain of legend. Now then, pray return to the Great Loam Growery and collect Tenny's presents. The happiness of precious younglings is on your hands. Perfect. Time for Santa to sprint! Yeah. Capitalism reached him. He needs to buy this stuff. No! Well, he's in the right place. Well, he's in Ul'dah, so that is the right place. The market board and everything there. That place is ruled by money. Literally. Half the government is the people who just have a ton of money. Ah, hello, Tenny. And Celine! Greetings! Welcome back, miss. You should ask Tenny about the presents. Alright. Hello, Tenny. What about the presents? The presents are ready! I thought it might take longer, but the Saint of Nemea showed us to weave them up in no time. I made 3 bracelets. 1 for each of my friends. Perfect. You said you'd take them to Ul'dah for me, right? My friend Momolao always hangs around outside the quicksand. You should start there. If the others aren't with him, he'll tell you where to go. I don't know how to properly thank you for this, but thank you, miss. Yeah, I got you. All right, to Ul'dah then. Perfect. Perfect. Now I am Santa. I look so scuffed. It's so good. I am going to wear this beard everywhere now. Everywhere. It's going to be fantastic. Except for in cutscenes for main story, because I take that very seriously. But everything else? Ha! Perfect. This is oddly menacing. Mm-hmm. It was up here, right? Nope. 'Twas over here. All right. Hello? We must merely look for the Santas. We must look. Hello? Friends? Ah, hello! Momo Lao! Yeah, I'm Momo Lao. What do you got for me? Here you go. Have a woven bracelet. Though woven by small hands, the accessory was created with big heart. I like that. From Tenny? Oh, Tenny, you big dummy. We've all been a mess since you left. It's just not the same without him. But now I know that some things will never change, no matter how far apart we are. He's still the same old Tenny, still celebrating Starlight with us. I don't know why I've made this small child sound 40, but I have, so we're sticking with it. He sent gifts for all of us? Oh, someone's gonna cry. I can feel it. Let's see. Larkin said he'd be at the Gold Court. And Othel said he'd be something, Milvaneth Sacrarium. Thanks, miss. Tell Tenny happy Starlight for us. All right, let's see. The Gold Court. All right. We'll go in. You're just another 8th night shot away. Yep. A little hop, skip, and a jump over there, and boom. This child smoked since 30 years. Yeah. That's great, right? Yeah. This is that typical, like, oh, what is it? Oh, God. I was going to ruin my vocal cords. The typical, like, TV accent, right? Hey, Larkin. Hello, miss. Yeah, I've been very good this year. You can ask my friends. Well, here you have a present, then. Handmade? From Tenny? I'm not crying. I just got snow in my eye. It's a desert. It's a desert. Last year, we all stood right here and made a promise to celebrate Starlight together. And Tenny remembered. And though he moved away, I thought that was the end for us. But friends always find a way, right? And Tenny will always be our friend. Tell him I said that, okay? I gotcha. Indeed. Excellent. Deliver the woven bracelets. I don't even know where this is. Where is this? Oh, it's down there. I see. All right, well, I'm not that far, actually. Let's go over there. Oh, here. Ah, yes. Hello. How do you know my name? A package for me. There you go. Tenny sent this. He made this. I guess he didn't forget about his mates after all. It's funny. I just finished wrapping a gift for Tenny too. A gift from all of us. We wanted something with our names on it. People got pocket money and got him a bracelet. Great minds think alike, eh? Anyway, if you're heading back to Grenania, could you give this to him? Not to us. Yeah, of course. There we go. All of Tenny's gifts have been successfully distributed. Now to make your final delivery, one addressed to Tenny himself. It's time! You know, it's only a little bit after Christmas, but it's fine. It's cool, right? We're all cool with this. Time to spend another $500. Tenny! All right, where are you, Tenny? Oh, Great Loom Growery. All right, we're just gonna teleport. We're gonna bite the bullet. We're just gonna. There we go. There we are. Hello, Tenny. I have returned. I see you have not moved a muscle. Oh, hello. Hooray, you're back. Did you find everyone? Did they like your presents? Indeed I did. They all liked it. Here, take this. Take this. It's not safe to go alone. Etched into woven strips of leather are the names of 4 lads, forever friends. Oh, that's super wholesome. I love it. Take this. This is... A bracelet. And look, they carved their names into it. Mumalau, Larkin, Arthwell, and Tenny. I must really miss you, too. If this isn't proof of your friendship, I don't know what is. Never thought they'd send me something. And it's a bracelet, too. Great minds think alike, eh? Indeed. I'm so glad everything worked out. Now you can enjoy the Starlight celebration without any more worries. Only 2 days late. 3 days late. Celine, thank you for helping me. I really was happy when you invited me to play before, so I hope... I mean, would you be my friend? You silly. I'm already your friend. Wholesome. I like it. I like it. I like it. 5 days late? Wait. Oh, no. Oh, you guys do stuff on Christmas Eve, don't you? Oh, wait. I should speak. I should speak with them. I must get their knowledge. Teddy, hello. I want to send them something even better next year. What should I make? We should tell Miss Garashi the good news. Tenny and I will be right behind you. Indeed, I'm going to sprint. Good luck keeping up. Yes. It's leg day, everyone. Better watch for the stones. Don't slip. Capitalism wins once again. Beautiful. All right. It's time to wrap it up a little bit. It's time. I love these little events. I love them. I love them. They're so good. Hello. So not only were his handmade presents happily received, Tenny's friends sent him a thoughtful gift as well. None could ask for a better display of Starlight spirit. You have brightened many a young face today in your role as the Saint of Nemea. It truly warms my heart. Still, I can't help but wonder if Tenny and his friends knew how fitting the gift of a woven bracelet is. In certain lands, such bracelets are customarily exchanged as symbols of friendship, and it is said that intertwining strands represent lasting bonds. It's nice. No doubt those younglings will enjoy each other's companionship for many a starlight to come.
Indeed.
We came to say thank you. Thank you, Miss Karaji. Thank you, miss. I'm grateful that I was able to keep my promise to my friends and make another one along the way. Windship. I'm glad to hear it, after all. I'm glad to hear it. After all, the Starlight celebration is meant to be enjoyed with everyone we cherish, be they near or far. Now then, what say you both to receiving your gifts? I gave those two their presents earlier, but they seem to be in search of companions. Let's invite them to play, Tenny. Yeah. We can all celebrate together. Friendship. Ah. Yeah.
A savior chosen to shield younglings from winter's wrath and provide them with every happiness this season can afford. Yet not all gifts are within the saint's power to deliver.
That's...
The gift of friendship, for instance. Forsooth, I can only teach them to make pretty things and encourage from afar. May their starlights be bright and their friendships everlasting. Ho, 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 ho.
May your L's be many and your bitches few. That's all. I don't know why that reminded me of that, but you know what? That popped into my head, so perfect. Can we do the wait? Ooh, oh, okay, it's a different thing. Did they just invent Christmas gifts in capitalism? The birth of capitalism. Such a beautiful time, you know? Such a beautiful time. Oh, we get Magic Prism's Sunshine. Except, why not? Perhaps I might persuade you to continue your work as the Saint of Nemea. Splendid. Gridania will be ever the merrier for it. Donors from across the realm have sent us a wide array of delights this year, so I would have you distribute them to younglings who pass by the amphitheater. While I won't insist on the costume, you should know that you look very well in it. I shall leave the decision to you. It is my decision. They never said anything about not having a weapon out, though. So... Haha! I will have my weapon out. Beautiful. You see a child approaching the amphitheater. Reaching into your bag of gifts, you select a deluxe Bismarck pound cake. I would love that. A pair of warm, thin boots. A Sunsilk Tapestry's winter coat. A mammoth produced by the Sky Steel Manufactory. A pair of mittens knitted with the Asm Steppe wool. I think first person gets pound cake. No, actually, I want the pound cake, so I'm keeping the pound cake. Here, have some mittens. Have some mittens. Enjoy! Yay! Oh my... Oh! Oh! Hey! Sup? Huh. Hey there, sonny boy. How you doing?
What, is my presence here so peculiar? I have on the authority of foreign traders that this Eorzean ritual is not simply a sacred distribution of gifts of children. It is an ideal setting in which to find my Nama.
Oh my god. Oh, Magni, you... Beautiful.
Your denial is futile. Hidden somewhere in this wood is my gentle maiden of dusk, my ethereal dancer in the morning mist. I am certain of it. Yet all those I have yet observed appear to be mewling children, chattering kin, or shamelessly courting couples. Had I been aware of such a complication, I would have sought divine guidance before coming here. Then again, delaying my journey might have precluded attending this auspicious ceremony.
Oh, oh, my funny man failure. Oh my god.
Nay, I am born of the mighty sun, and naught can elude my gaze. Let legend remember that Magni of the Ornir sought his Nama alone and discovered her wreathed in the light of Gridania's stars.
Oh my god. He's just booking it. He's just booking it. I love it. It's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you for your assistance. I trust the younglings enjoyed their presence. Oh. Oh. Should you have further time to spare for your saintly duties, do not hesitate to return. You have a very happy Starlight, adventurer. Oh my god, that is the funniest shit. We're doing the rest. We're doing the rest right now. Oh my god, I love it. More. More, give me more. I must have more memes. Let's go. All right, let me take a guess at what the other ones mean now that I have an idea. You can see a child approaching the amphitheater. You select mammoth produced by the Sky and Steel Manufactory. That might be Sid, if I had to guess. I don't know what this would be. A deluxe Bismarck pound cake. This might be Tataru. Let's see. If I had to guess, this will be Tataru. Maybe. I don't really know. Perhaps. I don't know where that would link it. No! Okay, it's Merwood. Hello. Hi. Well, this is rather unexpected. I have just finished attending the state business and thought to observe the celebrations ere I return to Limsa. I understand the Bismarck donated bake sheets to be distributed as gifts. Oh, okay, I see, yeah. Though I have little familiarity with the Starlight celebration myself, one does not soon forget the joy of receiving such festival delights as a child. I pray that the Bismarck's contribution provides Eorzea's young ones many a fond memory. That's nice. I like that. That's cool. That's nice. Spoilers! Extremely minor spoilers. It's the fun kind. Yeah. All right, next. Next. It's time. Who might be the next one? Now that I have a little bit of an idea. Sid's got to be one of them, right? Let's see. Would this be... I don't even know. Let's just go down the list. A pair of warm boots. Aw. Oh, I see. Thank you for dedicating time to play saint for the younglings. Seeing the city awash with their bright smiles is but one virtue of this fine festival. Were those not the Fenny boots you gifted just now? The atelier is known for its sturdy shoes, so I imagine that child will be afforded endless hours of play. I used to run through these woods as youth, and I can assure you that feet are the first to feel winter's bite. How reassuring to know that our children will spend the coldest season in warmth and comfort. Aw. That's nice. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. That was a nice surprise. All right. We're not going to get Raubon on one of these, are we? No, we might get the Queen, I think. Probably. Or the Sultana, I should say. Yes. I would like to do... Let's do the winter coat. Sunsilk tapestries. Yes, this will be the Sultana, if I had to guess. Why? Oh no! You! Ah, hello! Momodi! It's always rare, but that always pops up. It's very minor stuff. No spoilers or anything here, really. So you're the Saint of Namir I've been hearing so much about. I snagged an invitation from the Adventurers Guild, hoping for some seasonal refreshment. And between all the smiling youngsters and twinkling lights, I've been disappointed. It's great to see you in Gridania. That garment you just handed off was Weaver's Guild craftsmanship, wasn't it? I'd recognize that style anywhere. A certain fancy guildmaster is going to hear how well that popped like his present just as soon as I get back to Uldar. Oh, that poppet liked his present. If he doesn't melt your rose oil on the spot, I'll eat my proverbial hat. Aw. That's cool. Like, Momodi was actually a pretty decent part of some A Realm Reborn stuff. That's pretty cool. I love how much attention a lot of stuff puts onto A Realm Reborn stuff and all of these. It means that people who are not, like, super, like, far in can still get a lot of stuff out of these. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, I think we have one more. One more. One more. And this will be the Sky Steel Manufactory. The Mappet. The Mammoth. Mammoth. Yeah. There you go. Wow, you definitely got the, this is like the best present aside from the pound cake. Just, you get a mechanical toy. That's awesome. Here's a coat. It's like giving someone socks. Oh, hey! Honoroy! Wow, this is wild. Ah, Mistress Panthera. What an honor it is to have witnessed such a heartwarming and philanthropic exchange. You gifted that child a Sky Steel Manufactory mammoth, did you not? Find it fascinating the toys created via modern technologies should be coveted for so traditional a festival as the Starlight celebration. In truth, I am conducting research into how such Isgardian festivities are perceived and promoted in neighboring nations. When I penned The White Yonder, I developed a particular curiosity regarding the effect of interpersonal exchanges on the transmission of cultural practices, you see. Lord Madeleine generously granted me leave to embark on this journey of inquiry, and I hope to compile what insights I gain here into another volume. A happy Starlight to you, my lady. Yeah, always nice to see you. Always nice. He's a good kid. Very nice. Very cool. All right. And that is all of them. We got to meet everybody. That's pretty... Seeing Magni. That's... Thank you for your assistance. I trust the younglings enjoy their presence. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. I love that. It's so nice. All right. And now to finish us off here, let's go to Le Gold Saucer. And we'll do a little bit of extra gamba to top us off here. It'll be nice. A little bit of gamba. Be kind of cool. All right. It's time for gamba time. He's a good kid, or he is a good kid. No, you did not hear that. No. Pain. Suffering. You can't find the teleport there anymore. Did you use the Aetheryte here? You didn't use the Aetheryte, you can't teleport here, so hey. You know? This will be 20, which will be 1,080. Wait, what? Oh, I'm dumb. I am the dumb. I am the dumb. That's fine. I wouldn't have checked that one anyway. Actually, no, that would have been the one that I would have checked. Actually, this one would have been 16. Yeah, okay. I would have done this. Oh, yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. All right. Another. 1, 2, 3. Oh, pain. Pain. Oh, it was kind of ass to begin with. All right. The best one was 306. Jesus. Jesus. That's rough. 1, 2, 3. Please. I beg. Please, brother. I crave for the 1, 2, 3. I crave it. If I can have but a small smidgen of of MGP, please. Oh, oh man, no. It's pain, agony. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We get to have a little bit of extra pain because I get to go upstairs and see the fact that I did not reclaim my last ticket because I was not on my computer for a week. So we get to see a bunch of wasted MGP. Let's go, baby! A debt reclamation stream. Let's go. All right. All right, and here's the normal thing. Chat. I need a number. I am in need of a 4-digit number. I always do this. It's a little bit late for this one. It's a little bit later in the day than I usually do this. I am in need of one 4-digit number. Put into the Jumbo Cactpot for this week. First ticket, use the chat ticket. 7349. All right. 7349. Bada bing. Bada boom. Let's go. All right. And then I shall choose the next one. We got to do... Okay, no, wait. The last one is going to be 6969, as is tradition. As is tradition. I feel like since this is the last ticket of 2023, I do 2023. I feel like this is an acceptable number to put into the Jumbo Cactpot. Sounds pretty good. And purchase. And as is tradition, 6969. As is tradition, it's got to happen. There we go. We're all in. Saturday, 9 p.m. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. All right. And with that, we have fulfilled all of the things. We have done all of the things. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. And with that, I may also take my leave for today. It is super, super nice to be able to stream late into the night once again. It is super, super nice. I will be back on tomorrow for more stuff. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. It'll probably be just chatting in the very beginning because, my God, I just have a lot I want to talk about. It'll also be probably a little bit earlier, if I had to guess. So, yeah. EU people, EU time zones, you're going to be eating well. We're going to have actual proper, like, stuff going on there, which will be really nice. I will be on tomorrow. A little bit earlier. I'll, of course, send out a Discord ping as per usual. Well, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This is... I fucking love just being able to, like, stream when I want to. It's great. Thanks for all the subs, follows, bits, everything today. Much appreciated. You didn't have to hang out here, but you did. Much appreciated. I love hanging out with you guys. I look forward to an awesome 2024 as well. And your birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. I also make sure that I'll eat something good tomorrow before popping on some energy. But yeah. But happy early birthday, and yeah. Thanks for hanging out today. It's been a blast. I'll be out of here. I'll try to get over to be in before everyone goes to bed and I'm locked out, because that would kind of suck. And I will probably go make myself a little bit of a bagel, because that sounds freaking awesome as a 10 p.m. bagel. So I'll be seeing you guys later. Have an excellent night, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.